Welcome back to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today at Branston Golf and Country Club. Today's video is all going to be about the grip, and it's going to be answering a viewer's question. When do I know it's the right time to change my grip, if I should even be changing my grip? Stay tuned to find out more. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the grip as mentioned. Whether we should change it or not, how we know if it's the right time to change our grip. So the grip of the golf club, how we hold the club, is actually influencing club face position at impact. Club face position at impact has the main influence on where the ball starts, whether it's starting on target, left or right of target. So we want to be able to know really what our ball flight's doing. And I ask a lot of golfers, you know, are you a drawer or a fader? Where do your bad shots go? Do you hit it high or low? And they look at me like I'm asking them, you know, a really tough question. And I find a lot of golfers perhaps just don't pay enough attention to their good shots, their bad shots, their ball flight. What I've set up on the range here is this driving range mat is pointing at the 200-yard marker, and I have set a tour stick that you'll see from this downline camera here. I've set a tour stick about 10 yards ahead of me on that line, so I'm just going to be able to see, does the ball start straight, does it start right, does it start left, which directions it's curving, and where it's missing. You know, is it missing target left, if it's missing target right. I wouldn't change the grip or anything in the golf swing to make it look prettier unless it's going to make you hit it better. So unless it's going to give you more consistency, more distance, better direction, better contact, then I wouldn't look at changing it. So only change things that are relevant, that are going to make you a better golfer, not just because they're going to look more textbook. Yes, if we're teaching beginner golfers, we would go through, you know, a textbook grip, but they know nothing else. You generally, the viewers watching this video, have played golf before and already have a ball flight and tendencies and consistencies in there. So I only want you to make a change if it's going to be relevant to you. So let me grab a club here. If I had a strong hooker's grip, which for me is my hands more underneath the golf club, more to the right hand side here, and I'll show you a closer up view of a strong grip as well. It may just be a strong one of the hands and the other hand's okay, but both hands strong would be both thumbs almost too far underneath the golf club round to the right hand side. What we'd expect that to be doing is closing the club face too much. If the club face is closed at impact, we'd be expecting to see a ball flight that is starting to the left and staying there, or maybe even bending further to the left. So we know that the club face position has the biggest influence over the start direction. It's around 80%. If we're not striking out the middle, it's a little bit harder to tell if we're hitting out the toe or the heel. So really start to look at the better contacts, the ones that feel reasonable out the club face, to look at where they're starting. If the ball is starting left of my target, left of where I'm aiming, my club face is closed. If my club face is closed and that's a consistent thing for me, then it may be worthwhile me going more neutral, almost feeling like I'm weakening my grip. If my bad shot is starting too far right of target every time, and I'm looking at a weaker grip where it's the opposite now, my thumbs are actually more on the left side of the golf club, almost too far over with my trail hand here, and that's giving me an open club face and I'm starting it too far right, then again change it. But if you have a grip that looks strong or looks weak, but you can start the ball on target, or you can play with a pretty consistent shape, then I wouldn't worry about it. So grip is affecting club face, as mentioned. Club face at impact has the biggest influence over the start direction. As I said, it's around 80%, so it's a major influence factor of where the ball's starting. The difference between the club face position at impact and the path is what really gives us our curvature. We're talking about centered strike here, so if misstriking it, forget that a little bit. You know, heel contacts to toe contacts will definitely affect the start direction and the amount of curvature we're looking at. But if we're hitting it roughly out the center, when we see the ball curving, that is the difference between the club face position and the path. But if we can start the ball on target, if we can control the ball flight, then I'm not worried about making a grip change. As mentioned, only make a change if it's relevant to you. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit one or two. I've got a 6-iron here. And as I said, I've got this tour stick out in front of me, which I think is a great idea in your practice. I'm just going to hit a couple of balls and just see if I can start the ball on my intended aim line. So I'm just going where the mat's pointing me. I've got that tour stick in front en route to my target, and we can see the start direction. Okay, so that ball started pretty much on target, 0.3 of a degree to the right. Now I've got the figures here from my GC2 launch monitor and HMT head measurement device, but really all we need, as I said, is this stick. I could see as soon as I hit that, it's pretty much started over that yellow line, and the figures are suggesting it did as well. So very minimal ball flight. It had a little bit of cut spin, a little bit of fade spin on there, but not enough to worry about it. And that is my typical shot shape anyway. So as long as it can start on target, then I'm not worried. You know, I have a slightly strong left-hand grip, but I'm not starting it way left. So it's not really an issue for me. Let me hit one more. Very similar ball flight, pretty much at the 200-yard marker I'm aiming for. That one started 0.7 to the right. So both shots there, 0.3 and 0.7, I'm not going to worry about it. You know, yes, I've got a slightly strong left-hand grip. Is that affecting my start line? Well, it doesn't seem to be. So get some evidence from it and you'll know whether it's a right change or a wrong change for you to be making. Don't make any change unless you're sure it's going to have a good effect on your golf. If you've got a strong grip and it's starting too far left, look at it. If you've got a weak grip and it's starting too far right, look at it. If you've got a strong grip but you can start it on target, or a weak grip and you can start it on target, then don't worry about it. Look at the start line, look at where that ball's curving. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. I hope that video's made some sense. It does mean you need to spend a bit of time in practice, but when you do, make sure it's good quality practice by having a target, having a start line, putting a tour stick out in front of you, and it's going to really tell you a lot about your own game. If you did enjoy the content of that video, give us a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel for all the other videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5:30. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon.